You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me that never should've let me buy tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play dope shit mixed by Dr. Dre. Since I was a youth, I like COMPTON. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game, and I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio episode 277. And first and foremost, I want to thank the IE Fools and the LA Fools on the live chat. I want to thank everybody in the live chat, everybody talking shit or everybody just hanging out. So we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So once again, much love, much respect to all you guys. So other than that, I got some few minor announcements before I introduce my very special guest. On Friday, Freaky Tales, once again, with my co-host, Marvelous Inc., we're not sure if we're going to be sharing and teaching some stories or we're just going to do an all calls thing again like we did last week. Many of you guys enjoyed that because you guys called in and shared your stories, you know, your paranormal shit. So, but we're definitely going to try to teach on something. I want to teach on what a lot of people have been asking me for, all the relics that the Vatican has that has to do with Satanism. Whether that's true or not, wait till Friday. Then Sunday, I'll be back. As of right now, he's confirmed. I got a legend, West Coast legend coming in. So that will be Sunday around 8 o'clock. So other than that, for those of you that want to appear on Roadium Radio, please submit your music, your bio, and your videos to roadiumradio@gmail.com. That should be up on the screen. roadiumradio@gmail.com, and somebody will get back to you via email. I know a lot of you guys hit me up and say, hey, I sent you my music. I understand, but please follow the rules that somebody will hit you back via email, okay? I don't click on links on the DM. I don't click on links on Facebook because I've gotten pages deleted like that. So I like to try to be very careful because right now Instagram, Facebook is my only source of promotion. So anyways, without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very special guest of the night, K. Rose.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
K. Rose, it's a pleasure to have you here. You know what? I've been receiving really, really good feedback, few being here, so I'm excited. You told me that you guys came in for this interview. Where did you guys come in from?
We came from San Jose, California. We flew out from SFO. We were going to drive, but decided last minute just to take a quick flight. But yeah, we came from San Jose. That's where I'm from the west side. And we flew out from SFO. Okay.
And how long would it take to drive over here?
We've done it before, and it takes about a good 5 to 6 hours, just depending on traffic.
That's too damn long.
Your guys' traffic is insane.
Of course.
Like, I can't handle it.
I had friends from New York. I had friends from Texas. I had friends from Atlanta that have come, and they're like, bro, how do you do the traffic?
It literally blows my mind.
But we're used to going like this, you know, 5 miles per hour, but we're used to it. But you know what? I'll be honest, I wouldn't live anywhere else.
I was just asking my friends today, like, if they would ever live in LA, and I think I could do it. It's just the traffic for me coming from the Bay Area. I mean, there's traffic over there too, but it's a little bit more. Okay,
like from here to downtown, if you take the 110 with no traffic, that's a miracle. It'll take me about 15 minutes if I'm going about 80, 85.
Right.
Okay. With traffic, 45 minutes.
Yeah, we experienced that today. It took us like an hour to get like 12 miles.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Okay, so you guys have been out here. What time did you guys get out here today?
Well, we actually flew in yesterday.
Okay.
In the afternoon, we got here like around 3. And then just been kind of sightseeing, eating a lot of good food. And
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Like, where did you guys go? I know you mentioned you guys went to Long Beach.
Yeah, we went to some taco trucks specifically the first night that we got here. I can't remember the name of it, but amazing. They're like known for the al pastor.
Oh, yeah.
They had the whole like actual authentic, like cutting it off the thing, you
Hell
know?
yeah.
So that was amazing. And then today we went to some other little restaurant that we just looked up and we hit the jackpot because it was amazing too.
Really?
They had this tamarindo margarita that I had never tried.
Hell yeah.
It was so good. Like all margaritas that I've tried have been like watermelon or strawberry or something like that, but never anything like that. So
What about like mariscos? Are you a big mariscos fan?
yes, anything camarones, I love. So
Hell yeah.
hell
What about
yeah.
ostiones? You a big ostion?
I am, but like I can only have like 2 or 3.
Okay.
I'm like traumatized from being a little kid. One time I ate so many I threw up. So ever since then I'm like,
Ever since then?
yeah, I was like 7 years old and I still remember it.
You notice that today they're like remixing, if you will, mariscos. Like they'll have a michelada and then they'll put like fucking a little cup of ceviche on top with chips and shrimps hanging out.
Yeah, like
And
aguachile or something.
Yes, yes.
So
And then
delicious.
it's a place out here in Carson. They sell ostiones, but they put like ceviche y un camarón on top.
Ooh, like preparados?
Yes.
I was about to, the restaurant that we went to today, I seen it on there and I was about to do it, but then I was like, no, I don't want to risk it getting sick or something. So played
Okay.
it safe.
Okay. Well, since you like mariscos, I have to ask, are you a fan of sushi?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Actually, like it developed late in my taste palette, I guess you could say. I wasn't too big on sushi, but recently I started getting more into it, especially like baked sushi.
Yeah.
Super
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I'm a big sushi guy. I started in my early 20s because I was locked in a home where there was nothing else to eat but sushi.
Really?
My manager was Japanese and he said, if you're going to eat, you're going to have to eat some sushi. And I was like, fuck.
Oh, wow.
So he had Japanese beer and sushi. And I was working. You know how I started eating it? I took everything off and I just ate the rice at first. I got a little bit more drunk and I started eating the shrimp.
Yeah.
Then I got a little bit more drunk and started eating the crab.
Yeah.
So after a while, I just started eating it all in pieces. So.
Is that sake?
No. Well, Japanese beers it could be Sapporo, and there's another one called I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Karen with a K. It's weird. But
Interesting.
sake is the hot stuff.
Yeah,
They also sell cold.
Yeah.
But the hot one I like.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Super good.
You know, when I first tasted it, it tasted like hot vodka.
Yeah.
So
you know they have flavored ones too. Have you ever
Yes,
tried? I
yes.
tried a green apple one.
That's the
Oh
one
my
I was gonna
God.
mention.
Those are dangerous.
Well,
Happy hour.
because they sneak up on you. Yeah, I mean, there's been times where I drank so much, I'm good. I stand up and I'm like, what the fuck? The room is spinning.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you were born and raised up in San Jose.
Yep.
Come from a big family.
So not necessarily. So my mom is from Honduras.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I don't have contact with her or her side of the family. So not really too big because my dad, he's from Bolivia, and it's just him and his 5 brothers and me and my cousins.
Okay.
So I would say rather small.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Growing up over there, did you play any sports?
I did. My dad was a professional soccer player in his younger days.
Really?
Yeah, and he's a soccer coach till this day. He's coached like semi-pro teams, high schools in San Jose. So my family has always been super huge on soccer. So I think I just was genetically blessed and good at soccer, but I didn't have the passion for it. So I didn't
Really?
stick with it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than soccer, anything else? Softball.
I did play softball for a little bit, but soccer was probably like the one that lasted the longest and the one that I actually was semi enjoying it into.
Okay. What about as far as any musical instruments growing up? Did you play any?
No, I unfortunately I didn't, but I wish I would have at least picked up like the piano or the guitar or something like that, but no.
All right. Were you good in school?
In what sense? Like
Grades.
I was actually pretty good. Even without trying, I was pretty good, especially like in English and like literature and stuff like that. But I, had my fair share of getting into trouble and whatnot, which
I knew that was coming.
didn't necessarily allow me to focus as I should have
Did you ever get kicked out of schools?
all the time. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I meet a lot of people that come through here and they're like, well, I went to like 4 high schools.
Yeah.
I went to 2 elementaries. And I'm like, okay, I went to 1 elementary, 1 junior high school, 1 high school, but I was trying to get kicked out of all of them. It never
Really?
happened.
I was just watching a podcast on the way here, and I recall you saying that with 2DNK. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right.
Tudank.
Tudank, yes. I
Yes.
remember you had mentioned that as well, so that's
Okay.
funny that you say that.
Yeah, you know what? Can you guys be quiet over there? Anyways, But like I was saying, just messed up my flow. Sorry about that. Okay, now, yeah, too dank. But yeah, I was definitely trying, and you know what? I just never happened. But I'm glad because I saved my mother from a lot of damn pain.
Yeah.
You know? But anyways, now as far as music is concerned, around what age, if you can recall, you were introduced to rap?
To rap, I would say I was in 5th grade, so I was probably like around 11.
Was there one song in particular, or was it just various?
There was one song in particular. It was When I'm Gone by Eminem.
Really? Mm-hmm. And what was it about it that captivated you?
He was talking about his alter ego, Slim Shady, and how that essentially made him turn his back on his family and his daughter, and how he kind of regrets it. So it's essentially like When I'm Gone, you know, like this is kind of like a letter to my family, and how I should have played it, and I didn't because of Slim Shady.
Okay, and now as far as him, who would you say came next? Like who became, and you said what grade you were in?
I was in 5th grade.
5th grade, okay. Now around that time, when you started listening to Eminem, who would you say you started listening to, like when you started to expand your library as far as rap? Eminem, give me like possibly 3 or 4 more.
So, I mean, for me, it's a little interesting because I initially gravitated more towards like R&B.
Okay.
So that's really where my heart was at. And that's really what I like, you know, was attracted to. But then there was also like the Eminem side of me and stuff like that. But honestly, in that era, I was really heavily influenced by like Sierra, Paula Deanda, like a lot of R&B influenced artists that were in you know, on the radio during that time.
Okay, that'll work. Now, if somebody were to ask today, what would you consider yourself, a singer or a singer or a rapper, or would you say a mixture of both?
I would say that I'm an artist.
Okay.
I would say, honestly, when I first came into the industry or attempting to do this, I had not explored enough of my artistic ability. So I was very much stuck on, I want to be a singer, I'm going to be a singer. And then as I started to evolve as an artist, I started to explore a little bit more. And I discovered, you know, the rap part of myself, which I really enjoy and I ended up feeling more comfortable in. But I still, you know, sing on my hooks, or I'll play around with it, I'll mix it up. But I would say right now, I'm very much on like that heavy rap drill type of stuff. Is really what I'm like into or gravitating to in terms of like beats and even the style of like the way that I'm rapping.
Right, okay. You're a big fan of reggaeton?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, you're a big Bad Bunny fan?
I'm a big Karol G fan, but I love Bad Bunny as well.
Okay, I have to ask you a topic that was trending a couple of weeks ago. Bad Bunny kisses one of his dancers in the lips.
Yeah.
Okay, being a female, when you see that, what goes through your mind?
Part of me is like, good for you if that's who you are.
Right.
And you're proud of it and you're doing this to show others that they shouldn't be afraid of that part of themselves either, then that's what's up, you know? If you're doing it to, you know, create controversy and that's not necessarily what you're about, then I kind of might see that as something that I would frown upon.
Right. All good. You answered that good.
Yeah.
You know, because somebody asked me that on an interview, and actually it was a phone call interview, and I just said, look, that guy has enough money that I don't think he needs to do that for clout. You know, if you are gay and you're happily being a gay man, then just come out and fucking say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right, exactly.
I remember when Ricky Martin came out and the magazine said, I'm gay. And I was at the market and I was like, really? Everybody already knew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
that brings up a good point, though, you know, like with Bad Bunny. I don't know if that was his way of announcing it, but a little context behind it would have been helpful as well, you know?
Yes.
So.
Okay. Do you attend a lot of shows, like a lot of concerts?
I try to. We just recently went to one this past weekend. But yeah, definitely when there's like artists that I enjoy, or I honestly just like going just for the experience as well, like just to see everything and try to manifest myself, you know, in that position one day and just see how everything works, you know, try to learn something from it too.
Do you still remember the very first rapper you might have seen in person, whether it was in that arena or a car show, at an event? And around how old were you?
Yeah. Honestly, my first concert was pretty late. I think I was like 18 or 17.
And that was the first time you actually ever attended?
That was the first time I had ever been to a real concert like that. I had gone to like, little shows at like the flea market and whatnot, like local bands and stuff like that. But that was the first time that I had actually seen like a big artist on a big stage and fans going crazy. And
do you remember who it was?
Yeah, it was Kehlani.
Okay.
It was Kehlani when she was first coming up too.
Do you remember any of the opening acts?
No, so it was actually like a free show that she had done at a university.
Oh, okay.
So it was like one of those things. But
did she rock it?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Now, being an artist, do you ever look at that when you watch it and say, damn, I want to be there?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. The last show that we just went to, it was at the Shoreline in Mountain View. It was How the West Was Won, so it was like Ice Cube and a whole bunch of, those type of artists. So, yeah, absolutely. I try to, like, imagine myself up there one day and try to manifest it,
Okay. I'm one of the few still that can say that they saw NWA in person and in their studio and at a concert. I was backstage with them, okay? That was March 24th, 1988, okay? I seen them really, really rock a crowd. And the energy that they brought, honestly, and I'm going to say it this way, because, again, in the 80s, gangs were at an all-time high, that you walked out of there not thinking I want to be a rapper, but now I want to fucking gangbang. Like, that was the vibe that they gave. It was just so electric, okay?
Right.
I met a guy there that wanted to be a rapper, and I was talking to him, and I asked him, and I asked him a very important question. Do you think you can do what they're doing? And he said to himself, he said to me, I don't know, man. I was just telling myself that I don't think I have that. Okay. Talked to another guy that rapped as well. And I said, do you think you could see yourself doing that up there? And he said, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah. When I was watching the show, I was getting chills because of, the whole experience, but also just thinking like that could be me one day. That's a possibility.
Yeah. And the energy that the crowd is going to feel is what you give them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've met, and I've done a lot. This is episode 277 interviews that I've done, okay? I just celebrated September 11th. It was 3 years that we've been here, and I want to thank the fans because they made it possible. But I've interviewed a lot of rappers, and I'll never say their names, that we've talked, and they've clearly told me, I have a hard time believing in myself. And I said, how long has this been going on? And he said, for years. Yeah. You never want to tell somebody, then stop doing it, okay? Because say I'm a trainer. Right. You're a boxer. And I ask you, do you think you can beat him? Yeah. And then you say, I don't think so. Then I'm not going to train you.
Right. You're already psyching yourself out.
Yeah. Why? I'm going to train you for you to get in there and pretty much, let's be honest, get your ass beat. Yep. I can't do that. Yeah. You have to believe in yourself, especially in this game. Earlier, I was talking to somebody and I was encouraging him, and he was like, I don't know if I can do it. And I asked him one question. I said, why not you, bro? Why not? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, why not me? You have to encourage yourself, even though people may say, your music's mediocre, your music's aight, your music's cool. Right. You may get a little people telling you music's dope, right? But you have to bring the best out of you. Yep. So.
And sometimes that is the hardest thing to do. And it is difficult to have the confidence, when there's a lot of eyes on you. But fake it till you make it, or at least until you learn the confidence.
Let me ask you this, and you don't have to give no names, but is there artists out there that have made it and you say, I don't see what the fuck the hype is? Yeah. Now, you know what it probably was? They believed in themselves.
Honest to God. Literally, with a lot of those, I feel like they believed in themselves so much that people just fell into it, and then they just believe in it too. Yeah. It's like they're not giving people an option, like I'm popping, and then it's like, hey, they're popping.
I'll say what I'll mention on no names. I'm not a fan of trap music. I think it's crap. I'm not going to say that about every single artist, but there's artists in that genre that I think have no business rapping. Right. But you know what? Where I will congratulate them is in their hustle. Yes. That they believed in themselves and did it. I'm not hating on that part. And I always tell people, for me to give an interview, I don't necessarily have to like your music. Yeah. But I do want to help you get some shine. Yep. Get an audience, get some followers.
Sometimes it is, a little discouraging when you see certain people at certain levels, and it's kind of like, wow, I've been doing X, Y, and Z. Like, how come I'm not able to reach that? But there was a quote that I came across a while back, and it said hustle beats talent, and that's just what I keep reminding
Very
myself.
true.
And it's something that I can learn from that person. They have something in their hustle that I need to kind of adjust to.
Very true. Hypothetical scenario, I have two artists. I have your friend here who's an artist who...
And she is.
Okay.
We're trying to get her to be.
Again, a hypothetical scenario. Say that, you know, her style's mediocre, but her work ethic is 100%, okay? Say that I see more talent in you and a promising career, but you're fucking lazy.
Yeah.
You don't want to do nothing.
Right.
I show you to be at the studio at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you show up at 3. I would most likely turn to her.
Invest in her.
Yes.
Push her. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
So a lot of rappers that are probably listening, if a lot of people don't want to fuck with you, is many times it's because of the way you come across, you know, lazy. A lot of people believe in the hype, like, okay, I'm dope.
Yeah.
This dude's going to kiss my ass and he's going to wait on me.
Yep. Another thing too that I've seen that has distinguished artists from me, or for myself, is like what they're willing to invest, right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, it takes money to do a lot of things.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what I've seen with a lot of artists that, you know, are struggling. They're not putting enough behind, you know, to push their music the right way.
The right way. And they could be talented, and many of them are. And I've interviewed a lot of them here, but they don't take the time to release good music.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, you're really dope.
Yeah.
But that shit that you released, like, that's not you.
Yeah.
You know, there's better in you.
Yep.
You know, and that's where people as artists have to be able to take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
You know, because one day when you make it and somebody comes and then you see your old self in them, now you know how to deal with them.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
I always tell people, man, I hope you make it. The only thing I wish for is for you to open the door for the next man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. That's only right.
Yeah.
That's only right.
You know, now, let me ask you this. Are you a fan at all of Chicano rap?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I am. Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Okay. Is there any of them you care to name that stand out?
I think it's pretty generalized.
Okay.
Nobody in particular, but definitely pretty generalized. But as far as like the Bay Area, you know, definitely a lot of the artists that are doing their thing in the Bay Area, for sure, give them a lot of props too. And then down south, there's tons of artists that are extremely talented as well.
Now, let me ask, because out here, and I'm just going to say LA, a lot of Raza that raps, they like to consider themselves Chicano rap, okay? Up there where you stay at, do they consider themselves Chicano rap or just artists?
I would say definitely Chicano rap.
Okay.
Some, you know, for example, like the car show Street Low. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them. It's a very popular car show up there, and a lot of the artists that they have perform at those shows are definitely in that category.
Okay, that's dope. Have you ever performed with them?
I have.
Okay.
I've performed with them a few times. So.
Okay, and how was the audience? Are they very receptive of you?
Yeah, they kind of do like tours. They have Street Low in different cities, and the Street Low that they have in San Jose, they always call it the Super Show because it's like one of the biggest shows that they have at the fairgrounds out there. So probably the fact that I'm a San Jose native and it was in San Jose and that's where I performed most of the time with them might have had something to do with it, but yeah, definitely very receptive.
Okay, now around what age would you say that you took this rap/singing career serious?
I think I was 17. At the time, my dad was going through a lot of financial issues, so unfortunately, we got evicted from the house that we were living in. I had to go stay with my cousin, and you know, he was staying elsewhere, and I remember writing a rap in the bathroom of my cousin's house. And after I wrote the rap, I was like, this isn't what I want for my life, you know? So I was like, it just clicked in my head and I was like, I got to figure something out. Like, I got to figure out how to do this. And I literally just kind of started going down the list and I was like, all right. At that point, I had already done a few features for some local artists and kind of had an idea of how things worked and what I needed to do. So I just kind of went down the list and was like, all right, well, I'm going to need an engineer. I'm going to need beats. I need a studio. I'm going to need to keep writing. And then kind of just went from there. contacted some guy, I think it was on Instagram. He was like offering studio sessions from his room. And I recorded the song that I had written on the floor in that bathroom. And it was one of the first singles that I dropped that ended up getting me like a good little buzz. So yeah, that's when I first was like, I'm going to do whatever it takes, whatever I can do to really push this the right way.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about, let's back up a little bit. You said you did a few features. With those people that you did those features with, how did they know that you rapped? Were they friends of yours?
No. So at that time, Facebook was still like the it thing. Instagram was still kind of, it was like following. But Facebook was definitely like the thing at that moment. All my friends, like my close friends, knew that I rapped and that I was into singing and stuff like that. So sometimes we would get together and we'd be drinking and I'd be like, you guys want to hear this? And then I would rap it to them and they were like, oh, wow, this is really good. So their reactions is what encouraged me to kind of keep going. And then it ended up being like a snowball effect. Whenever we would be like kicking it in our neighborhood, the guys would, be bunched up, sitting there rapping, and then my girls would be like, oh, she could rap too. And they kind of put me on the spot. And then I'd sit there and I would rap with them. And then it kind of just became like that. Every time we'd go and kick it somewhere or a different part of town, my girls would be like, oh, she could rap, she could sing. And then I just became known as, the girl that could sing or she could rap. And then I started promoting it a little bit on Facebook. And then people just started reaching out to me to do features or do a hook for them or, little things like that.
Did you charge back then?
No. No. I just wanted to do it for the exposure and to learn and to, kind of get an idea of how everything worked. And then little by little, it was just kind of a snowball effect. And then, like I said, after doing so many features, I kind of got to the point where I was like, all right, I want to do this for myself. I want to have more control over the type of, songs that my voice is on or the type of beats or what I'm talking about. Right. I've always written my own lyrics, but it was always like, okay, here's the beat, here's the song, here's the topic, and this is kind of what we want you to talk about. Okay.
A few questions, because being a producer and an engineer at one point, when you released those songs, when those songs came out that you were a feature on, what was the response that you were getting?
It was pretty good, but I wasn't fully happy with it.
Okay, you weren't fully happy, but
not.
The response was pretty cool.
The response was very, very good, and people were I was getting a buzz behind my name. People were starting to like, oh, who's this new girl that's coming out of San Jose? But I just wasn't happy with the quality of it. I said, what I was talking about. A lot of these, even though they ended up being good songs, a lot of these were like, in the garage type of thing. Right. Type of stuff. Okay. So
how did you learn about bars as far as like was the hook is 8 bars or your verse is 16? How did you learn that?
Actually going to the studio and recording with people, they'd be talking the language like, oh, on your 4th bar or on this or that. And I was kind of like, what do you mean? Or what does that mean? And then I started understanding, okay, there's 16 bars in a verse, 8 bars in a hook, and so on and so on. So,
okay, now here's another big one. Many people, when they first record themselves, now, if I were to tell you to bust an 8, you're just busting a cappella, you don't have a beat. But now you're in the studio, you got the headphones on, you're listening to the beat. How was your timing? Were you on time?
Yeah, I think my timing was always really good. But when I first started like trying to do my own solo songs and it was like rap, I would try to do the whole thing in one take, like the verse, the hook, everything all in one, And the engineers that I was working with back then weren't like, you can punch in or you can do the hook and then go.
They weren't good engineers.
No. So, I think that was screwing me over a lot. Like, I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, when I do it by myself, it doesn't sound like that or,
Right.
So it was a lot of like mind fuck in myself in that sense, not working with the right people or the right equipment. Now I'm like super blessed. When I started after that guy working in his room, after that, I found the engineer that I've been working with since then. His name's Costa, and he's amazing, and he's taught me a lot about melodies and background layers and all kinds of stuff. So working with the right people has definitely helped.
Okay, so you did that first track, and you wrote all those lyrics, your own hook as well?
Yeah, I write all my lyrics.
Where did that beat come from?
So it was actually a Meek Mill beat, Heaven or Hell.
Okay.
That's the original, and I kind of basically sampled it.
Okay, he's from Philadelphia, so that's kind of like an East Coast beat. Did you gravitate more towards East Coast beats than West Coast beats, or was it just something you were feeling at that time?
I think so, honestly. There's something about that East Coast like drill sound, like I was saying, that really like captivates me. Okay. So definitely, I think that I've always kind of gravitated a little bit towards the East Coast sound in terms of rap. But when it comes to like R&B or whatever, it's more West Coast influence.
Okay. So now you released this song. How did you release it? Was it just internet stuff, YouTube?
Yeah, so I created my own YouTube page and I posted it on YouTube and I started promoting it on Instagram and on my Facebook. And of course, you know, like my family, my friends were extremely supportive. And then it just started kind of trickling around. And little by little, I started seeing people that I didn't even personally know post it. So that's when I was like, oh my God, you know, it's not just my family and my friends.
Yeah. Now, do you read your own comments?
I try not to. Early in my career, I did. But at this point, I really try not to.
Okay, now just explain to us why. I know why, honestly, but explain to us why.
It's just a lot of toxicity.
Thank you.
It's a lot of toxic stuff. I've honestly have had conversations or interactions, I guess, with people online, and I've kind of like checked them, and I could just tell when you're being a hater, and I can tell when you're trying to give me some real constructive criticism, you know? And there's been some people where I've responded, and I'm like, okay, I respect it. You're just trying to give me like real constructive criticism versus somebody that's just trying to troll me.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I said this several times. I never met a hater in person. You know, and it's all in here.
Yep.
Look, to me, the haters, they're on Instagram. You know, they're in Facebook. But they're all on YouTube.
Yes, they're vicious.
Yeah, they're vicious because they could hide, you know, behind Charles Manson's or Jeffrey Dahmer picture and call themselves whatever. Yeah. And just talk the worst shit ever, you know. And then sometimes I do have time and I'll go in on them, you know. So, but anyways, you know, I try not to read my comments. I really don't because some people are just there just to piss you off on purpose.
And then, like, there could be, like, 100 positive comments, and then that one negative comment, like, that's all you end up focusing on, you know? So
and it's sad that we do that, huh?
Yeah, it really is.
It's sad, but that just goes to show you the toxic that is behind those words.
Yeah.
You know, that it can really piss you off.
Yeah.
That's why I stay away from it. I have this guy go through my comments. Yeah. Anybody talking shit, he goes, well, this dude said this, fuck him.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like low-key bullying. And like you said, you're not going to say it in person, so.
So why, yeah.
Exactly.
So, keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
So, okay, now, after that first single, you dropped it on your YouTube. What was your name at that time, whether it was a singing name or a rapping name? What did you call yourself?
So at that time, I was still going by my real name. So K Rose, Cassandra Rose is not like my legal name. That's a story within itself, how I came upon that. Okay. But at that time, I was still using my real name. Okay. I had gotten myself into some trouble during that time, and I had a lawyer that advised me not to, you know, no longer do any of that stuff, or at least until everything was settled. Yeah. And I didn't want to listen. So I had all my like socials under my real name at that time, which is how she knew. She had looked me up and she's like, look, I know you have this going on. I think I had like my first video out at that time too. So she was like, I know you have this going on. This is my advice to you. And I didn't want to take it. So I remember I went home and I started kind of thinking like, all right, what sounds similar to my name? You know, I didn't want to pick something that was like completely out of the blue. Right. Cassandra is my middle name. And then Rose sounds very similar to my last name. So I was like, Rose, Cassandra Rose. And that worked. And then that's how it came about.
Okay. You know, now, I'm glad you said that you were in a little bit of trouble and they advised you and you didn't listen. You encourage people to, if they're in that kind of trouble, listen, right?
Absolutely. Definitely make sure that you listen. In my case, you know, it worked out, thankfully. I didn't have any severe repercussions or anything like that. But for sure, take the advice.
Yes, yes. Now, one thing, and I also want to give advice, whatever you're doing behind closed doors, don't rap about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Don't snitch yourself out.
Yeah, don't snitch yourself. And there's a lot of them that do that. So now, okay, so after that single comes out, what comes next for you?
So after that, I continued doing features. I did a few features with Big Mr. And after that, I started getting a lot more eyes on me. And I decided from that point, okay, I had dropped a few singles on my own. Now I kind of know how this works. I'm a little bit more confident and comfortable. And I decided that I wanted to do a project. So
now, when you say project, we're talking about EP, album?
A mixtape.
A mixtape, okay.
Yeah, so I decided that I wanted to put together a mixtape, which is what I did. So I started recording it, writing it, getting everything put together, doing videos, the covers, pressing up actual physical CDs because I do a lot of car shows, so I wanted to make sure I had that on hand. And then after I dropped my mixtape, was kind of in the midst of COVID and whatnot.
Yeah.
So there was somewhat of a delay in my career. And also, too, with my personal job, I work like a corporate role that is very fulfilling.
Yeah.
So it's hard sometimes to balance my focus and whatnot. So
Okay. Now, let's go back. You had mentioned your first video, okay? When you did your first video, did you have a budget for that? Did you just have somebody with their cell phone?
it was me and my boy. He had the camera. He didn't know what he was doing, but he had a camera.
That's how usually we all start.
Yep. Yeah. He had the camera, and then we just started filming. We made it happen. He edited it, and then we just posted it, and that was it.
How did you feel if this was your first time, your first video? How did you feel being in front of that camera? Was it different? Was it nerve-wracking?
It was a little nerve-wracking, but for some reason there was also some comfort there. You know, it was kind of like, okay, I can do this. You know, this is so yeah.
That'll work. So you released that. A good response?
Yeah, there was a good response to that as well, to the first music video, and then from there, you know, even though I continued to do features, I really tried to focus a lot on figuring out a way to distinguish myself from just being the girl that's on the song with the boys.
Yeah, you know what? And I think that's one thing that's really important for a lot of females, because a lot of dudes, you know, not that it's anything bad, but sometimes they need a dope hook.
Yep.
But you want to establish yourself as an artist, not just the girl with the hooks.
Right, exactly.
You know.
At some point I was like, dang, is anybody going to give me a verse? Like, can I do a hook and a verse? Or
Now, did you ever bust on a song with another dude as far as with verses?
yeah, with my boyfriend. He's also an artist, so definitely with him is probably the most creative that I've been with the guy. A lot of the other features, of course, obviously, has also been like some direction given to me in terms of, you know, what they want done.
Now, I've known girls, and tell me if this happened to you, that have told me, I did a verse with so-and-so. When I say so-and-so, some dude, I did a verse with so-and-so, I did songs with this guy, I did a song with this guy. He goes, I did a song with maybe like 6 guys, you know, at different times, and 3 guys took me off.
That's never happened to me, luckily.
Okay.
That has not, but I have heard of that kind of stuff happening. I'm a huge fan of Snow the Product too. And I've heard her say that that's happened to her before.
Because she smoked them.
Yeah. If you gas somebody, I mean, why would you even ask her to be on a song? You know, if you're going to be intimidated.
That doesn't make no damn sense.
Right, right. Like,
but
actually.
He hurt his little ego.
Yeah.
So, or his big ego and his little ego.
Yeah.
But, and I can't believe I said that. Anyways, okay. Now, what do your fans recognize you more? Do they see you more as a singer? Do they see you more as a rapper, or as both?
I think a little bit of both, probably. Yeah, I would say both, especially if they've been long-term fans. You know, they've seen the evolution of me just focusing on singing, kind of evolving into mixing it up with a lot of rap. Maybe newer fans might think I'm more of a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go to your first performance. Do you still remember that?
I do.
Okay. Do you remember where it was at?
Yes, I do.
They give you the mic. Okay, Rose, let's go. What was going through your mind? Nerviosa?
Oh, yeah. I was super, super nervous. But maybe it was a little easier on me because it was with my boy. It was a song that I was featured on.
Ah, okay.
So it was a little less nerve-wracking. I really just went up there to do that specific song with him. But even that, having that taste of it, I was like, ooh, I want more of this. I can do this.
That's good.
And I was like hungry for it. And
that's good.
Started figuring out, in addition to like working on my mixtape and whatnot, trying to figure out ways to book shows.
Okay.
As a new artist, typically what it was like, we'll give you a slot, the worst shitty slot, as long as you can sell these tickets, or if you want to pay for your slot. And my thing was like, I'm not going to pay to perform, but I will hustle and I will sell these tickets to perform.
Right.
And a lot of the promoters that I was working with would see that I would come back all the time with full money. You know, I would always sell out all my tickets.
Right.
And there were certain artists that would be like, oh, you know, I'm kind of short, or, you know, whatever. And they started going based off of that. Like, whoever sells all their tickets will get the best slot, you know, so on and so forth. And a lot of the promoters started to realize, like, okay, she'll actually hustle it. She'll make sure she brings it back. She puts on a good show. And little by little, they just started giving me better deals, or connecting me with better promoters that would be able to give me better deals.
Yeah, you know, you're obviously you're from a different generation from us. One good thing that we benefited from in the early 90s when we started doing tours, one of our first tours was promotional tour. And if you don't know what that is, let me explain, or to the public. Say we would sign with a certain agency, and this agency would say, we got like, you're going to be gone for a month, okay? You're not going to get paid for your shows, but here's where we're taking you. Say we go to Detroit, we go to Philadelphia, we go to Wisconsin, we go to New York, we go to Houston, but not only are you going to perform, but we're going to put you on bills with big acts, you know, for bigger like there were times we performed in front of 25 people, sometimes 14,000 people.
Wow.
But now everything was paid for. Our food was paid for. Our room was paid for. Everything was paid for. We did college radio stations. We did radio shows. Wow. We did in-stores where we go to the store, you know, record stores that they don't exist no more.
Do signings and stuff.
Signings, meet and greets, and everything.
Yeah.
So we came from that era. Now, when that ended and our record was really taken off, that was what you call pushing your record from the ground up, okay? Now we're getting the $2,500, the $5,000 for 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Now, so when people started telling me here, oh yeah, you know, I paid $500 to open up for DJ Quick, and I said, okay, DJ Quick went on at 12. What time did you go on? At 5. Okay, you didn't open up for Quick, bro. Yeah. You opened up for the bartender. Yeah. You know, and not to make fun of them. Yeah. But me personally, if you know your worth, don't fucking pay. Yeah. You know? Yeah, definitely. You know, don't pay, because you'll be performing for the lady that's mopping before they open up the fucking doors.
Yeah, that's kind of what motivated me to figure it. Like, I need to get better slots. Like, I need to build relationships with these dudes or something, because I'm not, like you said, I'm not about to open up for the mop lady.
Smelling like Fabuloso when you're up on stage. No, but I've never had to go through that, and I'm thankful for that. Quick story. We did a show in Miami, and we're opening up for Cypress Hill. Much love to Be Real, Send Dog, DJ Muggs. And they were on a promotional tour. They were pushing their first album, 1991, or 90, I'm not sure if it's 91, 92. And Send Dog's upstairs, and we're chilling, and we're drinking Coronas. And he tells me, yeah, we just went gold. And, you know, he asked me, can you buy me a Corona? And I still remember this story. Wow. And I said, yeah, man, I got you, homie. And he says, yeah, we just went gold. That's 500,000 copies. Wow. That's tangible copies, okay? And I said, damn, you just went gold, homie? I said, you should be buying me a damn Corona. But he said, nah, but we're still on this promotional tour. Dang. Yeah, everybody has different types of deals, but look at them now. Yeah. A star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, meaning that all them promotional tours that they did
was worth it.
Was worth it. It paid off.
I would do something like that.
Hell yeah!
If it was still around, hell yeah.
Why not? Now back then we had managers and we had agencies. These agencies would put packages for you, and it's up to you if your manager wanted to accept it or not. Got it. You know, but you didn't have to pay for anything.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, it's dope. Now you have to drive before. They pay for your flight, or they pay for your gas, or they pay for your room. Now you got to sell tickets. Yeah. You know, and it sucks for me to see that, but I'm not going to hate on the promoter if he's a good promoter. Right. There's a lot of shady ass promoters.
There is. There definitely is. Yeah, I've had my fair share, unfortunately.
Okay, so now 2022, we got about 2 more months. Okay. Is there anything coming out from K-Rose this year, within the next 2 months, or should we expect something 2023? Fill us in.
Yeah, definitely before the end of 2022. I am going to be dropping some stuff. I've been working on putting together an album now rather than a mixtape, since I did that the last time around. There's a few singles on there that I want to release before the end of this year. Probably maybe not what my fans might expect from me, but it's more geared towards like reggaeton, Latin type of sound.
You're expanding.
Yes, definitely. I think what Karol G and Bad Bunny and the door that they opened. Yes, it's like endless possibilities, endless opportunities, and you know, I speak Spanish, so why not take advantage of it and, you know, get in where I fit in.
And you know what? Because you may never know. Say that you say, "Fuck no, you're stubborn," and say, "I'm just gonna be a rapper," and say that maybe you can rap and people like it, but if you just were to step through maybe the reggaeton door or whatever, and it blows up, you would never know unless you go through that door.
And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning of my career, I was very kind of set in stone as far as like what I envisioned
Right.
for myself and what I really thought the final outcome might be. And there were certain people or conversations that I would have with people, and not that they were trying to tell me what to do, but just kind of like, you know, what about this? What are your thoughts on this? Or why don't you try this? And I was kind of like, nah, like this is what I want to do. But I'm so glad that I kind of was able to expand and, you know, kind of dibble and dabble into little different things. Right. And I realized that I really like it and I like the sound, and, you know, it's kind of what's in right now. And it gives me a little like edge as well, I think, versus what a lot of the females in my area kind of have going on. Okay.
So now if, let's just say I would hop in your ride, and what would K Rose be bumping in her car?
Carol G.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, say you're bumping rap, okay? And we have a 20-minute drive. Name me 5 East Coast artists that you would normally bump.
East Coast artists, A Boogie, J.I., Meek Mill, and then the other 2 would be girls.
Okay.
Cardi B and Ice Spice. I really like her too right now. She's
okay.
Kind of up and coming. Yeah.
Okay. Now on the way back to drop me off, we got 20 minutes. Give me 5 artists, West Coast rappers, artists that you would be bumping.
Ooh. Man, let's see. Jay Stylin. Kind of blinking right now. Jay Stylin, Tupac, of course. Nipsey. Is J. Cole from the West Coast or is he mid coast?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm not sure.
Honestly, I don't listen to him, but I think he's dope.
But those are the first 3 that would come to mind right now. Jay Stylin,
you gotta give me 2 more. Oh, you said
Nipsey. Let's see. GB's pretty poppin' up there right now.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Ghetto Boy, he's pretty dope.
Are you a Mozzie fan?
Yeah, I am. I was definitely a lot more heavy into him when he first came out. I remember I did a show. I went on like right before him. And I remember I was tripping out. I was like, oh my gosh, I touched the same stage as Mozzie. But definitely was hella into him as well. And then Too Short.
Okay. Another question. What's the smallest crowd you ever performed in front of? And what is the biggest crowd you ever performed in front of?
The smallest crowd, I think it was like at a bar, and there was probably like 10 people, and the DJ fucked up my set, and I ended up having to do something.
That's some bullshit.
And I had to do something a cappella, and the crowd wasn't really engaged. Everybody was just kind of in their own corner, like drinking, doing their own thing. So that was probably the smallest, and the biggest, probably a couple hundred people. It was like at a festival type of thing,
okay.
Cali Festo. Yeah.
Okay, you know, believe me, I've been there. And it's a very humbling experience, because there were times when I was DJing for the guy that I had produced his record. Mm-hmm. And we would be like, we did a lot of shows up north. We did a lot of shows out in Texas. Mm-hmm. Big crowds all the time.
Yeah.
We'd go to certain shows like, okay, we think, okay, we've arrived. Like all of our shows are going to be big and sold out. Mm-hmm. We show sometimes the clubs maybe 25 people.
Yeah.
And it's a humbling experience.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
It really is,
but
yeah.
I think those are good for our egos, because sometimes, you know, we tend to get like, you know, we just came from 1,000. We just came from 14,000. We just came, you know, we rocked, you know, 5,000 people.
Right.
And then you get 25 people.
Yeah.
It's a humbling experience, and it brings you back down.
Reality.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got a couple of more minutes, and then we're going to open it up for the phone lines for anybody who wants to call in. And, you know, now let me ask you this before we open up the phone lines. Are you open to work with new producers, and are you open to obviously get paid for features?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, definitely open to features, and very open to working with new producers. I'm always looking for new producers, new sounds, you know, something that can bring something new to my current sound. So absolutely.
If you had a wish list of three rappers, let's just say rappers, okay? Alive or deceased? Give me 3. Who would you want to work with?
Eminem, Tupac. We're talking male or female?
It could be any.
Okay. Eminem, Tupac, and I want to say a girl, but that let's see, who would I pick? Maybe Lauryn Hill. That would
That's
be pretty
a great
dope.
choice.
That would be really, really
I was
dope.
bumping her today at the gym. Yeah. Okay. R&B artist.
Oh, okay.
3.
Now you got me. Okay, let's see. Kehlani for sure. Neo, because I grew up on him. And Summer Walker right now.
As long as you didn't say R. Kelly.
No. No, he's an amazing artist, but I never really gravitated to him too heavily. And then in addition to, his little scandal.
Yeah, that guy. That guy. You know what? Okay. We got, like I said, we got a couple of more minutes before something I didn't ask you, but I just like to break the ice, and I should have asked you this earlier. What is right now? What's trending right now on your Netflix? Are you a big Netflix person? Do you watch a lot of TV?
Yes, I am.
What have you been watching lately that you could possibly recommend?
I just finished watching The Watcher.
Me too, last night.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good one if you like kind of being on the edge of your seat or like mystery type of thing.
There has to be a part 2, right?
There has to be.
Okay.
The way that it ended is unacceptable.
I know. It was almost like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. So The Watcher is really, really good. I don't know, aside from Netflix, Apple has a really great show. It's called See, like SEE.
Okay.
And that is an amazing show.
Somebody
as well.
told me about that, but I didn't know it was on Apple.
Yeah, it's on Apple. It's
Okay.
amazing. They actually just had their last season, so you'll be able to binge watch the
What
whole
about
thing.
Dahmer? See Dahmer?
I did. I saw that one, but that was a little hard for me. I don't know. My boyfriend kept trying to put it on at night, and I was like, I don't want to go dream about this.
I know. But you know what? I mean, I'm going to ask him. The guy did play a great role, though.
He was spot on. Like the way he talked and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like creepy because, like, if I would interview him, I would want him to use that voice throughout the whole interview.
Yeah. I had known his whole story before I actually watched.
Oh, Dahmer story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like really into true crime. There's this one girl that does her makeup while she tells stories.
Oh,
so
wow.
she's the one that kind of gave me the whole tea on him. She gave a lot of details. And then watching the documentary, I was like, oh, wow. So like seeing it all come to life is pretty insane.
You know what? I saw a couple of interviews on him just on YouTube, and the guy didn't have a problem confessing everything. Like,
Yeah.
I did it, And even in that series, his dad wanted to, like, him to plead insanity, and he was like, no, I know what I did.
Yeah.
That's the crazy shit right
Yeah.
there. Like, this motherfucker was really crazy.
Yeah, he had a way of manipulating people because even watching it, it's like in certain stages of it, you can't help but feel bad for him. Almost.
Exactly.
But it's like, why am I feeling bad for this guy right now?
Exactly. Another one, you ever see, it's kind of an older one, Zac Efron, he played Ted Bundy.
Oh, yes. We actually did see that one
That
as well.
was a good one, too.
Yeah.
He played a great role, too.
He actually looked like the younger version of
he
him
did.
as well.
Yeah, he did. Favorite, if any, music or rap or R&B documentary?
Documentary. I just recently seen one about Aaliyah on Hulu.
Okay, how was that one?
That one was really good. I mean, I kind of already know her whole story, but they kind of brought some interesting new details of her life or spin it in a different way that I found kind of intriguing. That was pretty dope.
Okay, what about, mine was, you ever seen Quincy Jones?
No.
Oh, my God.
It's really good?
Yes, it's really, it's worth it. I think it's like five of them, I believe. Or no, or maybe, I think it's just one whole one, I think. I'm not sure, but it's really, really good.
You know what? I recently also seen, I think it's on Netflix, the Kanye West one, the Kanye West documentary.
You know what? Everybody tells me it was great.
It was.
I watched one and it bored the hell out of me.
Really?
Yes.
It's pretty good. I think there's certain parts where, yes, it's kind of like, okay, so this is a little stagnant.
I think that's the one I saw. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was almost like everything was about him.
Yeah.
him. And I'm like, I just saw him on Drink Champs.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Is he crazy or is he brilliant?
At this point, I don't even know. He might be both.
He might be both.
He might be both. Because sometimes there's certain things that he says or the way that he articulates a story. Or
That's
the
what it
way,
is.
The perspective that he's able to paint for you, it kind of makes you like, huh.
Right. But you know what it is? Even though he may be giving us truth, he's coming off crazy though.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes people doubt him.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, bro, you're talking about the Kardashians, the agenda, the Clintons.
Yeah. Like
and
his delivery is not the
yeah.
best.
And then one thing he should have never did. He kept the Jewish people, and I was like,
Yeah, it seems like he always has like a different target that he
Right.
utilizes in his conversations.
now here's the point that I'm not going to carry on, but I just want to make one point. Say that it was a Jewish man doing that interview, and he kept saying the black people, that comes off racist.
Yeah, definitely. There would have been a lot of controversy.
Yes,
That
so-
person would have got a lot of heat.
Yeah, so there has to be some type of level of respect where, like, bro, just say them or
Right.
whatever, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, yeah, I saw it. I think I saw like more than half of it, but it's just too much.
Yeah.
You know, too much. Okay, when are fans going to be able to see you out here in LA? Do you have any type of connections out here for you to perform out here in LA?
Unfortunately, I don't, but I mean, I need the fans to make that happen. So I need you guys to request me on your radio stations, at your local venues, at your local festivals, whatever it may be, you know. Put me out there and I'm
To
more
the
than willing.
promoters especially.
Yeah. Name drop me, send them my page, whatever it is. I'm more than happy to travel. And, you know, I've actually gotten a lot of love and a lot of support from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Here and there. So, yeah, absolutely. I'd love that.
Okay, I know someone that who did they get in contact with, you, your boyfriend, or your manager? I mean, who would they contact? Like, just say they bring you out for a show.
I would say contact me.
Okay.
Straight to the source.
Okay, so there you go, guys. If any promoters, any DJs, any producers, any rappers, you want a verse, you want to collab with a song, you want to produce for her, hit her up. If you're a promoter, you're a manager, and you're interested in hiring her to come out and do a show, hit her up directly. So some people are probably wondering, would you bust a verse, or whether it's a 16-bar verse, whether it's an 8-bar verse, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to take your time and bless us with something?
Let's see. So this is an existing verse, but here we go. I hold it down for the home team. Every time I eat, I'ma eat with my whole team. Inherited the crown, hood star in my town. Had to drop a little banger, remind them I'm still around. So feet don't eat, stay woke, no sleep. I've been playing for keeps. Henny San Jose streets, real heat, straight deep. Spitting truth on the beat. Strategically plotting, I'm always coming with the best. They know what I'm about, I'm always rocking with the West.
Hell yeah, that shit was dope. That shit was dope. I see my
you.
boy, Baby Boy Slim on the live chat. Baby Boy Slim, we got to get you back in here, homie. So honestly, much love for that. Thank you for that.
Of course.
Let's go ahead and let's put the number up there, Alex. And we're going to go ahead and start taking some calls. So once again. Oh, yeah. Wait, before you put that up there, Alex, let's go ahead and get that super chat.
Okay, it was El Bobo. He dropped $5. He said, shout out to everyone in the live chat. Support Roadium Radio. Cheers.
Oh, good. So anybody wants to call in, ask once again, K Rose a question. Right now it's your opportunity. Let's go ahead and put the number on. If not, we will continue with our conversation because I know you got a flight to catch, so I want to keep you, as far as
Appreciate that.
yeah.
Traffic don't play.
Yeah, I want to. How would you say to get you to the airport on time? So the number's up, everybody. Anybody wants to call? Anybody have a question for her? Maybe I don't know. Ask her whatever you want. So let's go. Let's put the numbers up there. Even if you just want to call and say hi, at least call and be nice. Okay?
Don't be shy.
Exactly. So we're going to leave it up there and give you guys a few minutes. And if not, then you know what? We're just going to continue our conversation. Now, okay, so you got a couple of singles that you're going to be dropping before the year is over. Okay. Do those singles contain any visuals?
Well, that's the plan. So the two that I have in mind specifically, one of them, the featuring artist, he's from Houston. So it's just a matter of, making those, behind the scenes things work out. But the other one for sure, definitely. He's the other guy that's featuring on that one, he's from San Jose. He's local. So that one for sure. Okay.
Now, as far as those singles, where would they be available? Would it just be on some YouTube?
Yeah, definitely. It'll be on YouTube. All,
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
The other guy that's featuring on that one, he's from San Jose.
Calling from the Bay Area.
Calling from the Bay Area. What's good, my brother? You got a question?
Yeah, I just want to talk. Kelly Rose.
Hello, what's going on?
Hey, I support you, and I saw you on the video with Big Mister.
That's what's up. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, and thank you for calling in.
Hey, Tony, where you gonna get another rapper from the Bay Area?
Hey, as soon as they contact me, bro, I'll bring them down.
get Big Mister from San Jose.
Oh, let's try to make the connection.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, brother.
Yeah.
Gracias,
Kelly knows him. she knows what's up.
Yeah, she'll make it work, brother.
Yeah, we'll figure
right.
that out. Good suggestion.
All right, Tony.
Okay, brother. You stay blessed, man.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounded like you had a couple of Coronas. It's all good. It's all good. So now, what I was asking you while we're waiting for another call, as far as, I'm sorry, those visuals on your YouTube page.
Yeah. Oh, so it'll be available on all like digital distribution platforms. I'm signed with Golto's is distribution company.
Okay.
So definitely, they take care of making sure that it's pushed on all the right platforms and whatnot.
Okay. And what is your YouTube page?
It's Cassandra Rose 408 all together. And then Cassandra with the K.
Okay, and right there's pretty much where you see all your videos and everything. Okay, good. Okay, callers, many of you guys hit me up today and you guys asked me, are you guys going to be taking any calls? And I answered you guys and I said yes, so I'm waiting for you guys. Because if you guys ain't going to call, if you don't got the balls to make the calls, you know what, then don't suggest it, okay? So we'll give you guys a couple more minutes. Nobody else calls. We're just going to continue and cancel the phone calls for the night because a lot of you guys are being lame right now. So anyways, so now at the beginning of the year, you got a project. So you're going to be dropping another mixtape.
An album.
Oh, an album.
Yes.
How close are you to finishing that up?
Pretty close. I damn near have the track list complete. I'm just very, like you said, you don't ever want to put anything out that isn't 100%.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Tony? This is Miguelito's Tattoos
Miguelito's
on Instagram.
Tattoos on Instagram. Give us another shameless plug, bro. Miguelito's Tattoos.
Hey, I like how you answered the freestyle.
Huh?
Hey, I like how you asked K to freestyle before you guys went to the phone call. That was cool.
That shit was dope, huh?
But yeah, it was cool. I was like, all right. Tony beat me to it. All right. I want to see what you got.
Okay.
Pues mucho gusto, K Rose. Mucho gusto.
Sí, mucho
Miguelito's
gusto.
Tattoos.
Igualmente. A ver,
I
I'm
have a
going to check
question.
out your page. Yeah, go ahead.
Gracias. I have a lot of family over there in San Jose too. So look, I have a question for you. Since I do tattoos, I was wondering if you can tell us like some of the stories that you have tattooed, like on your sleeve. I'm pretty sure you got like your sleeve, your story. I'm pretty sure your tattoos mean something. So we're wondering if you can like tell like a story about your tattoos.
That's actually a really, really good question. Yeah, for sure. This whole bottom sleeve that I have on my arm is dedicated to my girl India that passed away in 2016. Yeah, rest in peace. So the whole inside of my sleeve, it says in loving memory of Jessica India Zamora, which is her full name. And then the front part is a skull with a rose in its mouth. So it kind of just is supposed to symbolize the beauty of life and death and whatnot intertwined with the memorial for her. So that's the story on my sleeve. And then, I have a bunch of other tattoos. I have True tattooed on the inside of my arm. And that's just kind of what I stand for. My mixtape was called The Truth Is. So I'm really big on like standing true in who you are and whatnot.
Hell yeah. Miguelito's Tattoos. Do you have your own shop, bro?
Yeah, I do. I tattoo right there off Whittier Boulevard in the city of Montevideo.
Okay.
I came out of finished my apprenticeship down on Pico Rivera in the well-known shop called Latin Skulls.
Okay.
Dope.
That'll work.
Also, I've tattooed a lot of different shops. I've been tattooing professionally for about 10 years now.
That's dope, man.
Met a lot of talented artists.
Dope. I'm gonna ask you a dumb question, all right?
Yeah, got what? Go ahead, tíralo.
Are you any good?
Hey, you know what? I let my art speak for itself.
That's
I'm
dope.
humble, but I am confident.
That's dope.
So I let if I see some followers come, most likely I'm good. If I don't see no followers, hey man, not everybody has their own title to their own opinion,
Right.
But I love what I do, and people see that, and I'm gonna leave it as that.
That's
dope.
But thank you for putting me in here. I relate to your passion, and thank you for bringing me on to Roadium Radio.
All good. Gracias. Have a blessed night. Okay. Let's get a couple of more phone calls in here. Do you want to shout it out?
Yeah, I'll take a shot for the flight.
I'll give you the skull since you have a skull.
Okay.
And I'll take the LA one. So, Any questions for me?
I heard you like Don Julio, right?
Yes.
Tequila or Don Julio? Or?
I actually like all kinds of tequilas.
Okay.
So
What's your favorite?
probably Espolón tequila.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah. I think it's like a cheap tequila that I ended up liking a lot.
I'm going to have to check that out.
So let's go right here. Let me get this call real quick. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Salud.
Cheers.
Fucking hang up. Okay. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
This is Jose from San Jose.
What's up, my brother? How you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good. Just letting you know I'm a big fan, and I want to shout out K-Rose.
Thank you.
You know, putting San Jose out there.
Hell yeah.
It's good to see that.
Hell yes. San Jose in the building.
Yeah, I appreciate you for calling in, too. I was hoping some of my people from San Jose would, show face. So that's what's up.
Yeah, and hey, you're from the West, but I'm from the East. But you know what I mean? We got to show
yeah, it's
show
all
each other love.
Hell yeah, it's all love. I got lots of people from the East. I got nothing but love for you guys, from the West to the East and back.
That's dope.
Hell yeah. All right, well, you keep doing your thing. You guys have a good night.
You too. Thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. I want some people from the live chat to call in. They're always talking crap.
Yeah, you guys seem interesting.
Yeah, let's go. now, when you gonna give I went like this. Weren't you gonna give one of these yeah.
No, we didn't have any.
Okay. All right. Anyways, I fucking want to wait.
I didn't even know.
Damn, I took a half a shot and that shit already. So hold on. Okay. So we got a couple of songs, a couple of visuals. Fuck. Every time I get into it. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Shazzy from Houston, Texas.
How you doing?
How you doing, boy? Okay, so I have a question for your guest, and then I got a question for you, boy.
All good.
Okay.
So, Miss Rose, the question I have for you is: do you plan to remain an independent artist, or are you planning to hopefully onto a major? The reason I'm asking is because the region of Cali that you are from, y'all are known for being very independent, very entrepreneurial. So do you plan to keep in that tradition, or do you possibly want to onto a bigger label?
I honestly do foresee myself eventually signing to a bigger label. I understand that, to reach bigger platforms, I'm going to have to partner up with a label eventually. If I was able to stay independent and keep all my rights and whatnot, that would be amazing as well. But definitely very open to signing with a major label. And that is kind of what I have in the cards for myself.
That's dope. Well, if you're going to dream, you got to dream big.
Yep, exactly.
All good, Shazzy. You got a question for me? Hello?
Yes. So when do you think we'll have Fat Joe on here? I mean, Fat Joe has spoken so much about seeing the future of rap with Mexicans. I think at this point it makes sense to bring him on.
You know what?
If we can manage to.
I've reached out to him, but all I have is his Instagram. Like, I don't know anybody that knows him personally, even though he lives out here now. Well, at least I know he has a house out here. So, but you are absolutely right. Yeah, I have reached out to him. It's kind of like this. D-Smoke. Okay, I had D-Smoke on here not too long ago.
That was dope.
And what happened was, I had been trying to get a hold of him for the longest time.
Yeah.
I saw my boy, my good friend DJ Battlecat, post up his song. So I called up Battlecat and I said, bro, can you please tell D-Smoke to read his DM? He goes, brother, I got you. Don't worry about it. Sometimes it just takes that connect. Within an hour, D-Smoke messaged me back and he said, I'll do it.
Dope. That was a good one, too.
Yeah, we talked and man. The chemistry was there when you're talking to somebody, you know? So, yeah, maybe I just got to get somebody to tell Fat Joe to.
That would be sick.
You know what I'm saying? To open up his DM or whatever.
Yeah.
You know who I was going to have on here? I won't say her name, but it was Big Pun's sister.
Really?
Yeah, I was in contact with her. This was like over a year ago. And she had agreed to fly out here and to do the podcast to represent her brother.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and I still have her number. Every once in a while, I still shoot her a text that she's still interested. But it was just, she had family, I believe family things going on, so she couldn't make it. But I do want to hear, I guess, Big Pun's story, even if it's through his closest or his sister.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but thank you, Shazzy, for that. Greatly appreciate it. And as soon as I can make it happen.
Hold up 1 second, boss. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I am pretty sure Big Pun's son left the Bronx and he lives out somewhere in Cali because I follow his son. His son that does the rapping.
Yes.
I mean, maybe you could try to get a hold of him. I mean, obviously you can't get the full story from his son, but you could probably get bits and pieces for sure.
No, that would be a beautiful thing if we can get him on it. You know, and like I said, my son has been trying to hit him up because my son's been like the one telling me, you need to get him on. You need to get him on. I'm like, mijo, like for an example, this connection came through my son.
Yeah.
So yeah, my son is the one that really helps me out here. So yeah, I'll put that in his ear as well, and we'll try to make it happen. But I thank you for those requests because I think those are dope requests. Yeah. You good, Shazzy?
No problem.
Good
All right, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Okay, have a blessed night. Okay, cool. Fuck, that little one shot kind of gave me a nice...
I know. I feel a little hot now.
Do you want another one or you good?
I'll take one more.
Okay, cool. All right. A ver. Let me see. It was funny because the other day I was having drinks with my sons, my two boys. And my son, he brings my beer and he has his hand on top of it and he puts it down and he goes, "There you go, Dad." And I said, "Did you just do some Jeffrey Dahmer shit on me?" And he goes, "Drink up and find out."
They should have never dropped that freaking show, dude, because we were at our hotel and some guy, I guess he's been staying out there for a few months by himself, and he came up to us. We were by the fireplace and he was trying to talk, and I looked at them and I was like, you're not gonna Jeffrey me.
It was funny. There was one guy, Ralph M. He tells me, when you drink tequila, drink it. He said, but don't gargle it. Make sure it swirls all in your mouth, all in your gums before you swallow. I'm like, bro, I won't do that shit.
I actually have a friend that does that.
Oh, so you heard of that?
But she does it unintentionally. I don't know. It trips me out when she does that. I'm like, why are you swishing it around in your mouth? That's weird.
I think they're trying to get their mouth numb or something like that. Okay, we got a couple of more minutes, so if anybody wants to get their calls in, make sure you guys call. Don't call unknown, okay? Don't call private, okay? Because I will respect your privacy and not answer. Okay, so once again, if you're going to call, call. If not, then we're good. We'll continue our conversation. Other than that, Norbert, anybody else dropping anything?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Okay, we're good. Are the IE foods and LE foods in the building? Okay. Okay, fuck it then. Here's what we're going to do. So you guys want to be lame tonight? We're just going to go ahead and cancel the phone calls because we got other things to discuss. Now, I say that like somebody calls. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Tony? I'm calling from Fontana.
What's up, my brother? How you doing tonight, man?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. How you guys doing?
Blessed, brother. Feeling a little bit buzzed after this tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, cheers, James. Enjoy yourselves. I just want to say, your guest, Kate Rose, has a beautiful laugh. I mean, I wish nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
and
you.
for you, brother, I was kind of wondering if you get that creepy tales, man. I love that stuff. You should try to put it on more than just on Fridays, bro. I mean, I personally, as a fan, would love that.
Okay. You know what? Let me ask you a question as a fan. Because I get people that tell me this. You know, do some more teaching with Marvelous. And then some people say, no, just take pure phone calls. I'm trying to keep it balanced, bro. What do you like?
You know what? I like both of them. But I feel your frustration as far as the calls because they just carry on. And sometimes, with all due respect towards their story or their question, it's just sometimes a bunch of BS. So it just stares on. So it's like, come on, carnal. You have to tell you know, or get to your point.
Yes. And then you know what happens? I tell them like this. Caller, get to your point. And then I get lame-ass fools. Hey, fool, why are you trying to rush the caller? Because, you know, whatever. But anyways, thank you for calling in, bro. He hung up. Maybe his girl was coming. So anyways, but yeah, you know what? I try to keep it because that's our other podcast that we do on Fridays, and it's all paranormal stuff. But somebody requested like we should all do just phone calls. So people call in and tell their freaky stories and ghost stories, the paranormal stories or whatever. And then you got the other people that say, fuck the phone calls, just do teachings, like share your guys' experience. So we try to keep it a balance, bro. So
we got another super chat.
Okay, go for it.
Juan Gonzalez dropped $5. He said, "Keep the great interviews coming. Listening at work." At
Caller.
Montgomery.
Okay, we'll finish that up right now. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
This is David from San Pedro.
David from San Pedro. What's good, my
Hey,
brother?
what's up, Tony A? What's up, K Rose?
What's up?
If you were to sign with any label, K Rose, what label would you prefer?
Ooh. Well, I've heard lots of great things about Empire. And that's kind of tied in with GT distribution. So I think Empire might be something that I'd really lean towards.
Yeah, that's dope.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, whoever.
Yeah, well.
If I could say it this way, whoever offers the most and's got their paperwork good.
Well, there you go.
You know
That
what
as
I'm
well.
You know, because you would like to start a bid war.
Right,
You know, for somebody to say, you know what, I'm going to offer you $250,000. Well, I'm going to offer you $500,000.
Yep, exactly. That actually is a great point. So
Yeah.
what Tony said.
What festival would you say, or would you want to see yourself headline in the future?
What festival?
Yeah.
What is that big one? Dang it. Why is it slipping my mind right now? Carol G just performed.
Coachella?
Yes, Coachella. Definitely
yeah,
Coachella. I feel like there's not enough Latinas that have ever performed there. So for sure.
Has there ever?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a Latino rapper right now, and I can't really.
I mean,
there really isn't too many.
last year or this year, Carol G and Anita performed.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But that was like every blue moon.
Right,
we'll
yeah.
get somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because when you look at just California alone, when you talk about Raza, we are a hip-hop's economy here. But yet we don't even headline our own.
I would love to see somebody like Snow the Product do like a Coachella type of thing too.
Well, you know, and why not? Her name
Yeah.
is out there. Why
Yeah.
not get her out there?
She's amazing. She's so dope. I can't even.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you imagine one day
All right,
performing
well, you guys.
and they tell you she's opening up for you?
Dude, I'd faint. I think I would literally faint.
You know? Oh, well. All right. Thank you, caller, man. Greatly appreciate you calling in, homie.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, bro.
All right.
You know what? But let me give a shout out to another female that I really, really like, and I had her here like 3 times. Reverie.
Reverie.
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope. She just dropped an album. Just had her here. She's making big moves. So I want to give a shout out to, once again, Reverie.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Call her your name and where you calling from?
From the Bay Area.
Okay.
Give us where you were with Gotos.
What was that?
Where you work with Gotos.
Yeah, I actually already do some business with him. I'm signed to his distribution deal.
Okay. That was my question.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Tony, where you gonna get Gotos again?
You know what? Me and Gotos just talked. I believe it was yesterday. We talked, and he hasn't done no interviews, bro, since me. But he said the next one he's gonna do is gonna come back and do me and challenge me to some push-ups again. So if he's listening, Gotos, we got to get that push-ups contest part 2. But let's do it live on Roadium Radio.
I'll tune into that.
Yeah, let's do it. But we got to take our shirts off. I'm just playing. So, yeah.
Yeah, bro, because I'm waiting for that.
No,
I'm waiting for part 2 for Gotos.
No, we'll definitely make that happen, bro. Muchas gracias,
Yeah,
carnal.
because Gotos is a legend from the Bay Area.
Absolutely, homie. Thank you, bro.
All right, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you. And hey, Rose, thank you.
Thank you.
And take care.
You
Okay.
too.
Kind of sounding like a Mexican Dahmer. So, thank you, bro,
man.
for calling in. So I like to joke around here, so I hope you guys don't fucking mind. But you know what's funny? That a lot of, on social media, they're saying that a lot of people are going to be dressing up as Dahmer for Halloween.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I bet you blonde wigs are like on sale right
And
now.
those glasses.
Oh, shit. The
and those
glasses,
shirts
his
that
glasses
you're
are going for $150,000 right now.
That's kind
Caller,
of.
your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Fairfax, Alaska.
Fairfax, Alaska. What's good, my brother? You got a question?
Yeah, I got a question for K-Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Will you be doing any music with Lazy Boy?
That is a great question, and that's definitely a possibility. I would not be opposed to that. Definitely open to it. We have some connections. So yeah, that's definitely something I'd be open to, and it's a big possibility if he's down.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. That was my question.
Thank you.
All good. Thank you, my brother. Calling all the way from Alaska. So make sure you're wearing a jacket, homie.
We know someone that lives out there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Alaska. That's what's up. You guys got people over there tuning in?
Yeah, we got one person from
that's
Alaska. So, inside joke. I have inside jokes with total strangers. So, anyways, but yeah, his Jeffrey Dahmer's real glasses, $150,000. So I'm surprised Kanye hasn't bought them.
Wow, that's crazy. So somebody out there will really buy that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, those are the fucking glasses that this motherfucker wore.
Well, that's kind of like the love interests that, you know, people that write him and that we're all.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Tony? This is Elevated. From Los Angeles. Well, I'm born in San Diego, but I live in Los Angeles. How you doing?
All good, my brother. We're good, bro. I'm a little buzzed now because she bought me this, so we just been sipping and tripping.
Yeah.
So what's good?
Hi, K Rose.
What's up?
And yeah, I love the show, Tony.
You got it, my
this
brother.
this question is for K Rose.
Yes.
What is a significant moment in hip hop that really stood out to you that inspired you?
Ooh, that's a really great question. A significant moment in hip hop. You might stump me with that one. I feel like that's something I got to really think about.
What about you, Tony?
That's a good question.
You know what? It's mine. It's a little downer.
Okay.
When I say little downer is this because keep in mind, I knew Easy. I used to go when I say Easy NWA, I used to go to his studio session. He used to come to my house to rap on my mixtapes. When he passed away, I realized that, you know what, this whole rap thing is global now. Everybody was mourning him.
Yeah.
Obviously, it got bigger with Pac,
Yeah.
got bigger with Biggie, and then it got even more bigger with Nipsey.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what popped into my head, you know, with Nipsey.
Yeah. Lauryn Hill had won an award, and she said this. This was before she stepped away from rap. She said, we need to be careful what we say in these rap records because it's affecting the world. I knew Eazy-E's life and movement through NWA affected the world that affected me.
Yeah.
Even now that I get emotional when I talk about him. I got the Source magazine right outside my front door. That when you walk in, you see Eazy-E first.
Yeah.
So for me, shit just got real for me when he passed away. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you needed to hear, but for me, that was my moment.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna let Tony answer
Yeah,
that
that was
one.
a big moment. I remember that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let Tony answer that one. There's nothing that comes to mind aside from, you know, Nipsey. Definitely that was something that I remember tearing up. And before they announced that he had officially passed away, I posted something on my story like, come on, Nipsey, please pull through. Right. And then just seeing that the effect that he had on everybody and how deeply everybody was mourning, like you said. And it's also sad to me that that effect isn't as heavily known until they're gone.
Yeah, so you guys felt it up there, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
At that time, I was in New York.
Yeah.
I'm walking through Times Square, and people see me with my LA hat.
Yeah.
Hey, man, much love, respect to
No
Nipsey.
way.
Yes.
Wow. That's powerful.
From coast to coast.
Wow.
You know? So this is how big this whole, if you will, this hip-hop culture is.
Yeah.
It's changed the world. It's touched the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So at least that's mine, and she's going with mine. So hopefully that answered your question, big dog.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kanye. Can't wait till you guys start making movies and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. My first movie is going to be a scary movie. Yeah. I'm still going to make a vampire movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a big time like horror dude.
I got to tune into that.
So, hell yeah. So,
well, the Freaky Tales, I'm sure you can take some inspiration.
Yes. Hold on, let's go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Albuquerque, New Mexico's in the building. What's up, my brother?
I got two questions, one for K-Rose and one for you, Tony.
Dope.
No, K-Rose, would you be coming out here in the future or no?
As of now, I don't have any specific plans, but I will go anywhere where people want to see me. So if there's people out there that are interested in seeing me, I will make my way out there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You could do your part, bro. So if you know any promoters, send them this interview, send them her Instagram, her YouTube, whatever.
Yep.
Let's get her out there.
I'm happy to make an appearance.
You got a good direct flow. I like your flow. You throw it out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got a good flow.
Much love.
And Tony, now I got a question for you.
I know what it is. Go ahead.
No, I want to tell you who's going to take it in the Road Series.
Fuck. The Dodgers. I know they're out, Norbert. I know they're out, okay? I know they lost, bro. Okay? I'm just trying to fuck.
He's just being positive.
I'm speaking it into the universe.
You're manifesting it.
Yeah, I'm manifesting, but it ain't gonna fucking happen. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I'll tell you who's gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Who?
The Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys, huh?
The Cowboys got out. So,
all right, thank you, Tony, and stay blessed, man.
Likewise, my brother. You stay blessed. We'll talk soon, homie. Later. Okay, let's go. You got a super chat?
Yeah, we got Fernie Fern dropped $4.99. He says shout out Nay Love. Shout out to Nay Love.
Oh, good. Shout out to Nay Love. Fernie Fern. That's 4 top ramens. So yeah. Okay. Somebody said, but Cowboys ain't winning. You never know. Don't ever doubt me. Okay. All right. We got time for a couple of more phone calls and we out of here. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing? I'm Giovanni, calling from San Francisco Bay Area.
San Francisco in the building, brother. You a 49ers fan?
Yeah.
Go Niners.
I'm a Giants fan.
You guys going to the playoffs?
I hope so.
Okay.
Like all that black. I hope so.
All good,
now,
bro.
I had a question for K Rose.
What's up?
Mac Dre or E40?
Mac Dre. Mac Dre.
That's right.
For sure.
Mac Dre or
That's all I wanted to ask.
I love Uncle 40 Water, but definitely Mac Dre.
All good.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You got it, brother. Much love. Okay. Digital Underground or no, that's not even Spice One or Rapping Forte.
I'm gonna be real. I have no idea. I'm not into that music, and they were like, "Are you ready for that?" When they ask you that.
Spice One, Rapping Forte. Spice One. Okay.
Selena.
Spice One.
They're gonna answer on behalf of me.
You guys are big Digital Underground fans? I love Digital Underground. Much respect not only to Tupac but also to Shock G. So, yeah. So we got about 5 more minutes. Whoever wants to get your last phone call in, make sure you call in, ask her a question, whatever. Okay. So we got 5 more minutes. If not, we're gonna continue this conversation. We're gonna end it because she needs to be at the airport soon to fly out. So stop calling unknown. I know who the fuck you are. Stop. Okay. You got nothing else to do but to fucking bug me on my fucking platform. Stop, Trick. Anyways, yeah, we got like about 20 unknown calls.
Wow.
Like, I know who it is. So I'm not going to give this person.
Crazy.
Yeah. So there he goes. Stop.
Not today.
Okay, here we go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, what up?
Yeah.
My name's Ramon.
Okay, ask your question and don't hang up, bro. Because I know you're going to say something dumb. See, he hung up.
What?
He fucking hung up. I called him out.
Oh, my God.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Big Scante from the IE. I just want to give a shout out to all the people teros from the IE. CALI.
Okay, well, at least he had the balls and he made the calls. Okay. Some people just hang up on us. I got time for one more phone call. Ya estuvo. So who's going to be the lucky caller? Let's go. Let's go. You can call in and flirt. I'm only playing. So just call in. Let's go. Let's go. I know who this is. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, sir. Fred from Soledad, bro.
Fred from Soledad.
Tony.
Somebody
yes,
said,
sir.
who you talking
Not from
to?
the prison, bro. That's my wife, bro.
Take one more.
Hey, I'm not calling from the prison, bro. Not from CD4.
All good.
Hey guys, no, but check this out, man. First and foremost, good evening to both of you. I'm actually out here in the Central Coast, but I just wanted to tell K-Rose, stick to what you're doing. Keep bringing good music. Excuse me. Keep bringing good music.
Thank you.
And don't fall into the agenda stuff.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Just do the music. You know what I mean? And because once it's an agenda, it just changes the perspective of everything. So, you know what I mean? Just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job, and that's it, man. I just wanted to give you guys that for tonight.
Thank you.
You guys have a great evening, and I'll talk to you later, bro.
Thank you, Canal.
Thanks.
Have a blessed one. Okay,
All
let's
right.
go.
Good night.
Yeah, let's hang up now. We are out of here. So we can take this off. Okay. We got a couple of more minutes and we're going to get you out of here because we got to get you on time to the airport. Okay. If you guys are still trying to call, it's over, bro. So, you know, I told you guys. Chili Claude told you guys.
Yes,
yeah, you guys didn't want to listen to me. So, anyways. Okay, K-Rose, how did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, it was great. I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous, but Tony's great. You guys are all great. Everybody behind the scenes.
As long as you feel comfortable, that's all that matters.
Yes,
so.
Definitely. I would definitely do this again.
Absolutely. When you blow the fuck up, don't get too big where you cannot come back. Okay.
And it's going to happen. So
we'll still be here.
I got you.
You promise?
I'm going to circle back and I'm going to be like, remember that time we had that interview and look at this now.
Absolutely.
So.
If you hit me and go, Tony, Vlad wanted me to go on a show, you better do mine first.
No, staying away from Vlad.
All good. All good. Anything that I didn't ask you, anything you want to promote, anything else you want to share that I didn't, you know?
I mean, just generally, you know, like I said, stay tuned. I got some singles that are going to drop before the end of this year.
Yeah.
I have an album that's going to be coming out next year. Aside from that, definitely just want to give a big shout out to everybody in San Jose, all the artists that are doing their thing, everybody in the Bay Area. In my opinion, San Jose doesn't get enough recognition. So
yeah, well, you're here for that.
Yeah, so you know, I hope I'm making you guys proud, and let's put San Jose on the map.
Let's put San Jose on the map. So, you know what? The artist, what was the name of the artist that got? Somebody requested you just did a song with him.
Oh, Lazy.
Was the lady or Lazy or Mister or?
Well, somebody called and asked if I would do a song with Lazy, who's also from San Jose, and then Mister I've already worked with.
Okay. Do you know him good enough where you can put him in contact with me?
Big Mister, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's try to make that, you know, make that happen. Hopefully he can come down. I'm just trying to log out because these people now they want to call in. That's what's pissing me off. So hold on 1 second. So, okay, you know what? Let's give your shout outs, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Yeah, for sure. Want to shout out Loon the Youngest, of course, my man. San Jose artist doing his thing. Shout out to Louis B. Shout out to Cuddy Banks. Rest in peace. He definitely put on for the city. Shout out to Bolski. Shout out to Bossaletta, Ginger, Valeria, my girl Singular, all the girls in the Bay Area that are doing their thing, and all the San Jose artists that I personally fuck with that I may not be mentioning right now. Big shout out to all you guys. Keep pushing, and you know, let's get this thing rolling for the Bay.
Absolutely. Okay, let me give my shout outs. First and foremost, I want to thank my boy Alex Cervantes Enterprise. I want to thank my boy Norbert, who's everywhere. So you guys better follow him because he get footage from everywhere. Okay. I want to give a shout out to my son B-SKANLESS for helping me promote this, contacting artists and bringing them here. Also, let me give a shout out to the Hip Hop Jedi that makes everything happen behind the scenes. And also, I want to give a shout out to my Freaky Tales co-host, Marvelous Inc. Much love, much respect to him. And I also want to thank me. And I also want to thank everybody on the live chat. Everybody who likes, comments, subscribes, shares, talk shit. I want to give a shout out to all the IE fools and the LE fools. So, you know, and other than that, you know, much love, much respect to you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So you guys keep Roadium Radio, Tony A in business. I owe everything to you guys. Hopefully next year we move into a building where I get to have fans from Roadium Radio in a live studio audience. We're trying to have at least about 25 people in every show that are willing to come down and drink some beers with us. So other than that, I think Alex got some... we
have another super chat.
Yeah.
Don Piruco dropped $5 $4.99.
Okay.
He said, shout out to K Rose from Portland, Oregon. And whoever is reading this, super chats, roll your R, fool.
Shout out to Oregon. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Respect.
All love.
No disrespect. Tell me Viva la Raza. Okay, Don Pirruco. Sorry. You should have told me that. Get that Chino Grande sound on there.
To roll his R's.
Don Pirruco.
Okay. Like this, chinga tu madre.
There you go.
Anyways. All right, we're out of here. Once again, K Rose, thank you very much. Much love to you. Much love to San Jose, to your whole team.
Thank
you
so
cannot
much.
win without a team.
Of course.
So, like I said, much love, much success. Whenever you drop your singles, please DM them to me along with the flyer so that I can promote it.
I got
so
you.
if you drop a video, make a flyer for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Send it to me.
A little promo. Yeah, I'll send you the
promote
promo.
I think he drops. Somebody put La Tuya. So once again, La Tuya. You know what? I'm glad that we can have fun like this. So much love, carnal. Much love, Don Peduco. So, vete a la verga. So anyways, we're out of here. Take us out of here, bro. Friday Freaky Tales, Marvelous Inc. We in the building.
All right.
You got it locked on road.